We'll move, of course, to our next story because as the fight against COVID-19 continues, Turkey has begun the process of bringing back nearly 25,000 expats from 59 countries. The move is meant to bring their nationals home so they can spend Ramadan with their families. The number of coronavirus-related deaths among Turkey's expats is more than 300. Well, the country has already registered tens of thousands of Turkeys living abroad. So far, the novel coronavirus has claimed the lives of more than 2,000 people in Turkey, with registered cases topping 86,000. The Muslim holy month of Ramadan is due to start on Friday, April 24th in Turkey. And joining us live from Turkey city of Istanbul is our very own Middle East correspondent, Salim Saidi. Well, Mr. Saidi, thank you for your time. First, can you give us the latest COVID-19 and update and kind of measures and Ankara is taking to cope the spread of the virus?
Thank you very much, Amadou. It's good to be back with you guys there.
Thank you.
It could be recalled that coronavirus, the first came to Turkey on 11th March 2020. Since then, over 600,000 cases have been tested. Out of that, more than 86,000 were positive. And at the moment, nearly 12,000 cases, people have recovered so far. And 2,000 others are in intensive care unit, ICU. So at the moment, the death toll of coronavirus in Turkey is little over 2,000 people. Now, what is important to note is that the measures that the country has taken to make sure that the virus is put under measures, and some of those measures are few days after the first case, schools were shut down from primary to universities, and they still remain closed with the online classes going on at the moment. Now, another measures that the country has taken is to impose flight ban from hotspot countries. Some of these countries includes China and of course Italy and other important hotspot countries. Now, several other measures were also taken. For example, people above the age of 65 and those under the age of 20 are not allowed to go out. Now, it is also compulsory for everybody who is going into public places to wear masks, including supermarkets. That is why the government is giving free masks to all the citizens and non-citizens alike. Now, these are some of the measures that the country has taken.
Okay.
And again, for the past two weekends, a 48-hour curfew has been placed in 31 cities and provinces. And in those 31 cities and provinces also, there is no exit or entry into that country, into those cities, either by sea or by land or by air.
All right.
So
now,
these are some of the...
Yeah, I was just asking, it looks like there are some strengthening measures taken by the Turkish government in the fight of COVID-19. Now, what impact is the virus having on Turkey, and what role is Turkey playing to help other countries fight against the virus?
Well, Amadou, Turkey is a member of G20, which is a club of 20 largest economies in the world. Just recently, the Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, has said that Turkey is there is no major danger with regards to Turkey in terms of food security and, of course, food supplies. What Turkey has done was when the virus broke out, their finest scientists, they produced diagnosis kit. And their efforts begin to bear fruit. At the moment, Turkey is sufficient in terms of manufacturing their own testing kits. That's why they are able to test thousands of people every day. Now, it could be recalled that back in January, China ordered 200 million masks from Turkey, in addition to a yearly production of 150 million. Now, what we do know is that over 116 countries have requested help from Turkey. But Ankara is able to give help to 44 of them. The aid package includes medical supplies, such as testing kits, such as protective gears, Turkish-made masks, and of course ventilators and some sanitizers.
Fantastic.
Now, the countries that that receive some of these aids include the United States of America, obviously, UK, Italy, Spain, Iran, and some Balkan countries, and of course some Asian countries as well.
All right.
So Turkey's influence in global stage in this coronavirus situation is obviously growing.
All right. Just before I let you go, what are the preparations so far with regards to the bringing of over 25,000 Turkish expats from abroad for the holy month of Ramadan?
Well, it all started back in January when the virus was first broke out in Wuhan. Turkey sent an aircraft to Wuhan to airlift their nationals who are living there. Since then, the country has repatriated tens of thousands of nationals that are living abroad. Now, the number of coronavirus deaths among Turkish expats who are living abroad is currently at 342. Now, normally what do happen is that during the holy month of Ramadan, Turkish nationals that are living abroad, they come back home to spend the Ramadan with their families. But with the lockdown everywhere, that's not happening. So the government said, okay, we are going to help you to come back home to spend the Ramadan with your families. That's why they came out with the initiative of bringing back over 25,000 people who are living abroad. The process has already begun, and the move, as you all know, Turkey will begin observing the holy month of Ramadan on Friday, that is April 24th. Now, according to officials, the national flag bearer, that is Turkish Airlines, is expected to bring all those people before April 27th.
Okay,
now, when they come back in, the Turkish Health Ministry will test all of them for coronavirus.
Yeah.
Those who are showing symptoms will be taken to hospitals, and the others will be taken under quarantine.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Seri. It was good to have you on the line. Thank you very much for that update.
You're welcome, Adam.
Thank you.
Amadou.
Thank you very much, Mr. Seri, speaking to us live from Ankara in Turkey on the situation of the coronavirus and some of the steps the government intends to take to bring back their expats from foreign countries. Bii moom xam naa du ma leen bàyyi ngeen commence because time baa ngeen dem lu ñoo def rek mooy